I'm going to share with you something very powerful, something very powerful I've realized. Now, I'll tell you, if you watch this video, you'll actually thank me for it. Seriously. And I'll tell you what this video is about. You remember I posted on my community page a survey. I even put up a video saying that, I'm putting a survey, this thing down. Please comment. Please click on it and give me your feedback. A sizable number of people gave me their suggestions and feedback, and I appreciate the trouble that you took. But now I'll tell you something that will really blow your mind, will really shock you. I'm 44 years old. Yeah, 44. I've been through a lot in life. I've seen a lot. I know it's subjective, but I've seen a lot. I've gone through a lot, and I would like to believe I'm mentally tough, mentally, emotionally tough. But there are moments of weakness and there are moments of fear that we have. We all go through it, right? Moments of fear, self-doubt, and so this actually happened. I'd ask people their feedback, criticism. And these are people who just follow me on YouTube. Obviously, they don't know my past. They only know what I share online. So as I was reading the feedback, the criticism, the suggestions, you'll not believe, but self-doubt started to creep in. I'm telling you really, I started to doubt myself. I started to question myself. I started to, I started to not believe myself, And I'll tell you why. See, some of the comments, I'll be making another video where I'll read the comments. I mean, people have written long paragraphs and there are too many. Okay, so I'll like some of the comments. And remember, this is not me hating on the people. I appreciate that you at least took the effort to write to me. Okay, like I'll tell you what the comments were. One guy, I think he's British, so he says, Loy, I know you have a habit of putting people down. Just to let you know who I am. I'm a PhD. He has a PhD. He must be 60 or something. Very successful. I run a big business, whatever. He gave his profile. Means he was not bragging. He was telling, this is my profile, this is who I am. I have been the CEO of companies and this and that, whatever. And there he's saying, take my advice. He's saying, stop talking international politics. Stop talking about world affairs. Okay, you know nothing. He basically put, you know nothing. Saying you claim to be a high school dropout, and I'm glad you are explicit about it. That's why you're ignorant. You know nothing. So he's saying, maybe you can fool the roadside people or whatever, the peasants. You cannot fool intelligent people. Nobody will take you seriously. He's saying, I strongly suggest, if you don't want to destroy your reputation and brand, just stop this. From a well-wisher who has seen it all, and he gave me his profile links to say confidential, just to make sure that I verify he's legit. Fine. So this was one guy. Now the second guy, second person who sent me a comment was talking about my content being boring and I'm repetitive, and means written a long paragraph explaining to me, see Loy, I've been following you for all these years. Your content is boring, your content is repetitive, you talk on the same stuff, and he's saying you're just losing your fans. I'm watching. He's saying I used to watch your videos eagerly. I've lost interest. Okay. So like this, I started to read more and more. And there was even, Loy, have you thought of the fact that this is not sustainable? You're not going to survive like this. And he's saying people will lose interest. And He is a person who has followed me for quite some time, and he's well accomplished. So as I was reading all these this feedback, I'll tell you, I really felt like, fuck. I'm being honest. I'm really telling you, heart to heart. This is a heart to heart, serious conversation. I really questioned myself. I was like, fuck, man. What will I do? If my brand is in decline, I started doubting my work. I started doubting myself. I started doubting my ability. People are like, oh, you drag too much, you talk too much, you're this, you're that. And these are not haters, huh? Mind you, these are not haters. They took time to really write to me, and many of them gave their real profiles. I sat down quietly for some time. I sat down quietly and I reflected. And I thought to myself, like, fuck, what will I do, man? How am I going to, questions and doubts about my future and all that. And then I'll tell you, it didn't happen suddenly. I was really disturbed. My whole day was, and I was cleaning the room and all that, and worried and upset. And I told my wife, like, to leave me alone. And, we men, when we are worried or we can't solve a problem, we don't engage much. We like to be alone. So as I was cleaning and doing everything else, and suddenly as I was deleting, I was doing the cleaning, digital cleanup, I came across an old photograph of mine. Old photograph where I had cake on my face and long hair, and I looked at my photo, and I'll tell you, I couldn't recognize the person that I was. I really could not recognize. I couldn't recognize this boy, this 16 or 15-year-old boy who had cake on his face. He looked like a typical Indian, loafer. And I looked at this boy and I was like, fuck, man. This is me. This boy is me. I looked at it, and you have a moment where just time, they say time stands still. I just looked at that photo and I was like, fuck, yeah. Now that boy, that Loy Macedo, that small boy, he underwent, beatings and negativity and torture and all that shit. You know my story. There was nobody to guide this boy. There was nobody to guide this boy. Nobody to give him directions. Nobody to tell him what. And like a lost child, he, like someone who's lost is just going without a map. You're just walking everywhere. He didn't know his destination. He didn't know where he was supposed to go. He didn't know what he was supposed to do. And somehow, that same Loy Macedo, that boy, ended up where I am today, because that boy is me. And I mean, from what that boy was to the transition of wearing a suit and tie and, being a corporate guy, to trying to fit in, and finally having tattoos, being a rebel, the number of mistakes I made in life, to where I am today. If anybody would look at that boy, would say he'll amount to nothing. That boy, I'm telling you, if I had evaluated that boy today, I would tell you this boy is lost. He'll amount to nothing. And lo and behold, that boy became me. I mean, who would predict the tattoos, even on the face, or forget the face, whole body? Who would predict this? Who would predict 4 marriages? Who would predict, being a YouTuber those days? Who would predict all these things? There's so many things that happened. Now just imagine if these same people who are giving me advice today, Loy, stick to what you know, Don't talk about what you don't know. Don't talk too much. Don't talk this. Don't talk that. Whatever. Now these people are evaluating me today at the level that I am. If these very same people were asked to evaluate this small boy, how much more worse would they have predicted? Just imagine this British PhD big shot who's the CEO of a company. If he had predicted this Indian boy, South Indian boy, who's dressed up like a loafer and who's failing in all subjects, attention seeker, doesn't even know how to pronounce English words proper, doesn't know how to talk. If he had to evaluate this boy, what would he have said? If all these people who are criticizing and suggesting, if they had to evaluate this boy, what would they have said? Not one would have guided this boy properly. Not one. Why? Because his personality is unique. He's an attention seeker. He's a disruptor. He's a rebel. But against all the odds, okay, fine, you can say luck, whatever. This boy became me. And today, these very same people who are giving me advice, these very same people who are giving me suggestions, you know, the funny thing, they are following me. I'm not following them. They are watching my videos. I'm not watching them. They are reading my advice, which I write. Or now, I'm not trying to make fun of them or justify my stupidity or my shortcomings. But you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, if I were to believe what is written in this feedback, that my brand is on a decline, my English is not proper, my grammar sucks, you know, some of them even said, you speak out of your ass, you don't know anything about Dubai. Here's the funny thing, I've been 40 years in UAE, 40 fucking years. Still the people who have just been 1 year, 2 year, or people who have hardly been in UAE are telling me you know nothing about Dubai. Just imagine that. And they say it with such confidence. If I were to believe these people, I mean, where would I be? I just, it's not that I said, fuck these people and let them put their opinions up their ass. No, I had asked for their opinion. As I looked at it, and then I looked at that young Loy, I realized that in life now, we'll always have people who will give you expert opinions. And it's not that they are wrong. It's not that they are wrong. Don't take my words out of context. If Loy Macedo, that small boy, even I told you, if I were to evaluate him, I'll tell you he's going to be a failure 100% if I meet a boy like that, unless he changes. Now, but life is so unpredictable. Life is so unpredictable that if you really push yourself, if you're really on a fact-finding like mission with obsession, and you're never going to give up. At unexpected turns in life, you'll find yourself, you know. Now today I'm not Elon Musk or Sundar Pichai or, you know, the legends or whatever. I'm just a normal day-to-day guy like you. You know? I'm just a normal guy like you. Only thing is, maybe I'm a little bit more famous, maybe I'm earning a little bit more than you. You know, it depends who you're comparing it to. But if I compare myself to me, I'm in a perfect place, in a perfect life. I really think sometimes we need to, maybe we need to stop believing other people, believing what they have to say. You know, if I were to ask the world to evaluate me, 100% they will say, you know, I mean, tell me, you meet anyone who's going to tattoo his full face, are you going to say, that's a right step, man, you'll be successful? Yeah, tattoo your face? No. If anyone says, I'll drop out of school, will I succeed? You'll say no. I'll be a playboy and enjoy with all the girls and have fun and not take my work and life seriously, not save any money. Will I be successful? 100% no. Yeah, I'll break off from society, I'll break off from religion, I'll break off from, and I'll stay alone in some third world country. Will I be successful? The answer for all these questions is 100% no, you'll fail. But against everything, I succeeded. At least until now. I don't know the future. Until now. And this really made me, you know, sit and think. Sometimes maybe we need to stop. Believing or listening or, you know, taking predictions. And even from me, maybe sometimes I have predicted, okay, you'll amount to nothing. Maybe what I'm saying is true, maybe false. But end of the day, remember, life is so unpredictable. I'm just, you know, even now I'm thinking, their words were so powerful that if I believed, imagine I'm at 44. If their words impact me even today, if you're 20 or if you're young, what can it do to you? This guy was a PhD holder, British, 60, 70. I'm sure he has the best of intentions. He's not God. And he's wrong. He's wrong about the fact that, you know, I'll be irrelevant. Until now, I'm relevant. I don't know about the future. But I can definitely say now, he is irrelevant. But I didn't, you know, respond to him or send him a message. The fact is, he's in this twilight. When I reach 70, maybe even I will be irrelevant. Maybe he is projecting his reality onto me. Which is true. When I'm 70, yes, I'll be irrelevant. These people who are saying, oh, your content is boring or this or that, and maybe they are right. Yes, you are 100% right. If you listen to each and every video of mine for the past 10 years, at some point you'll say, oh, it's the same thing. I mean, it's like watching an actor, every movie of his, and you'll be like, yeah, I memorized your mannerisms, your style, your voice. You can't change, right? There's a particular format. You can't change everything. You can only reinvent yourself only slightly, right? So it's true. But then, just as actors and actresses and models have to keep reinventing and getting new people, it's like a river. Old comes, goes. New comes, then it goes. If I was like a lake and only people are filling in the lake, you need to get new, no? So that's why we tell people, when you find it boring, move on. We get bored of watching the same thing over and over again. Anyway, all I want to tell you through this video is, if you have something to do, you want to do something, you are passionate about something, and it's greater than who you are, chances are people will say you can't do it or you'll fail. Fine, I'm not saying that you're right or they are right. Fine, everyone has an opinion. My only advice to you is, whatever people say, you just do what you have to do. And be resilient. Know that you will fail more than you can handle. You will fail so badly. You'll even question what's the point and purpose of even existing. But if you keep pushing on, maybe not that particular goal, you'll get something else which may be even better or maybe less than the best. Maybe if you want $1 billion, you'll not get $1 billion, you'll get maybe 1 million. You know, like they say, aim for the stars, you'll reach the moon at least, you know. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to share from the heart. It really scares you, you know. It really scares you as to how society, parents and all that can judge you. But keep in mind, there is an element of truth in what they say. If you smoke, drink, do drugs, don't expect you'll succeed if you continue down the path. Like, just to conclude, I just had a session with one of my channel well-wishers. This guy, he was a drug addict. He, you're talking of him snorting that, you know what I'm talking about. He used to snort it from prostitutes' rear ends. He used to bend them over naked, and he used to bring 4 or 5 girls in the house, and his parents threw him out, and he cheated on his wife, and he was into alcohol, drug abuse, and cigarettes, and illegal, the mafia. I mean, if I were to tell you such a person, you'll say 100% he is going to destroy his life. Today he is with 2,800 employees in the United States. 2,800. And he is a multi-millionaire. You know that SPAC's king, Chimatia Patayal, whatever, can't get his bloody name, very confusing name, Sri Lankan guy, ex-Facebook billionaire. He is negotiating a deal with him, or he has negotiated, I don't know. Just imagine that, man. Fuck. And I know for a fact he's rich because of the payments he has done towards my work, channel, support. Unless you're rich, you can't do that. And he has shown me photographs of him being with celebrities, actual celebrities. And FYI, he's not American, he's Asian. He was born poor. Imagine if someone had to predict his life. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I'll just tell you that if you have to do something, just do it, man. Win, lose or draw, nobody can predict that. But at least you did what you had to. As far as people's opinions, and I guess everyone will have. Yes, there's an element of truth in it, but don't let that, don't let that blindside you. Accept what is correct. Change what you can. Alter your game plan. Make corrections. And make sure you achieve your goal. In the end, who can predict the future? Nobody, right? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Okay? This is me signing off. You guys take care.